always have a story to tell. You can play around with them with various different styles, various different flavors, and get as experimentative as it suits your fancy. Most often, cheesecakes are cold set without them being baked, but the New York cheesecake is a cheesecake that is baked and perfection has been achieved in that delicious dessert. Let's get to creating my version of a New York cheesecake. Simple, styled, and so easy to create. Let's get to cooking it. Now, a New York cheesecake, though baked, follows the same principles that all cheesecakes deliver. It has a base and you use either some biscuits or some digestive biscuits to form that perfect cracker below. To start off, we're just going to preheat the oven to 160 degrees Celsius. And in the meantime, let's get to creating that glorious base. Into my food processor goes about 200 grams of digestive biscuits. You have to be a little careful here, otherwise it will topple way off the blitzer out here. Now into this you can add about 100 grams of any salted nuts, but I'm keeping it through to the classic without adding it. Just give this a good blitzing. As you get these to the finest of crumbs, now we're going to just take 125 grams of butter and melt it into the microwave to put it into this. In this goes. And for those who like to remember recipes through the ratio mechanism, it's 1 part of butter to 2 parts of digestive cookies. So 125 grams of butter, you use 250 grams of digestive cookies. Give this a quick blitz so that you get it resembling wet sand. With this resembling the coarsest of wet sand textures, you just take this off and we are going to line it into a 9-inch spring foam mold. So we're just going to put all the crumble in and set it down firm, chill it while we get to creating that gorgeous cream cheese emulsion. With my spring foamed neatly lined, and I've just added a little grease on the exterior so that the paper sticks really well to it. We are going to go right in with our hand and settle it down. I like doing it with my hand, although you can use a spatula. I think your hand gives you that firmest of crust below. Just smash it all down and press it firm. Chill this for a good 15 minutes just so that the crust firms up, and in the meantime let's get to creating that gorgeous cheesecake and lemony emulsion that goes to bake on top. 750 grams of cream cheese going right into my bowl, and I'm just going to scrape off every last bit of it so that just adds to that glorious texture. Into this goes about 200 grams of superfine sugar or caster sugar. I don't like my cheesecakes to be too sweet because I like to pair them up either with some compote or natural just by itself. Now you put this and get it to start blending into your stand mixer. You can use a whisk as well, but use what is available to you. As you whisk this in goes a capful of vanilla essence just so that everything mixes, and vanilla gives it that sweet overtones that's so required. Now while we've whisked this for a good 4 to 5 minutes and it's merged really well together with the sugar emulsifying into the cream cheese, in goes the juice of 1 lemon along with the rind of 1 lemon, and I want that sharp lemony goodness to come through. Now out here I've got 4 eggs, but I'm just going to put an egg at a time and allow it to whisk in and emulsify to that glorious texture. Back to the blending. It's so easy, so simple. In goes the second egg. And accordingly, the third and the fourth. Just allow it to emulsify and get to that smoothest of textures. With all the 4 eggs perfectly whisked in, now we're going to add in about 2 tablespoons of refined flour, and this just gives it that depth and holds everything together. So just add the 2 tablespoons in and allow everything to whisk up and emulsify. Last but not the least, in goes in 250 mils of sour cream. So if you do not get sour cream, just go right ahead and use normal cream with the extract of half a lemon. Give this one final whisk and it's ready to nestle on top of that glorious crust. With that glorious cream cheesy emulsion ready, all we're going to do is now take off this crust that has set really well and just layer that on top. Now I also believe that there is nothing more satisfying than drizzling this gorgeous emulsion right on top of that crust. So put every last bit of it and just give it a tap or two so that it settles really well and goes right into all the nooks and crannies that is designed to create the perfect of cheesecakes. Just layer this smoothly and this is ready to go bang into a preheated oven. For me, this cheesecake is truly a dessert of the week because you can style it up either with some compote, some fresh berries, or just make it slightly warm in the microwave and enjoy it. So we are going to bake this at 160 degrees Celsius for a good 1 hour, and then we're just going to switch off the oven and allow it to set in that slowly cooling down oven. Now with the cheesecake perfectly baked for a good 1 hour, it has risen slightly and the flour helps it retain its consistency within. All I'm going to do is wait for the gong and we're just going to let it rest in the oven for the next 2 to 3 hours till it comes down to room temperature. This is a simple creation. All you need to do is take it off when it comes to room temperature, chill it, preferably overnight or like ours for about 2 hours, and you're ready to enjoy this. Straight from a cooled oven coming down to room temperature, this goes bang into the refrigerator just to chill. Now while I did want this to chill for 2 hours, curious me wanted to check how it turned out. So I just loosened out the spring foam and we're just going to remove the parchment paper all around and it's ready to be enjoyed. Removing this parchment paper right on the external gives you that gorgeous golden brown color, and do not be alarmed with any of the depths or ridges that this cheesecake brings on the surface. Keep it as rustic because the flavor of this overall creation is by far amazing to enjoy and divulge in. You can take some berries or some compote and put it on top, but I enjoy it just like this. I hope you enjoyed creating this simple New York baked cheesecake wonder. Flavors coming together, the lemon giving it that burst of citrusy goodness along with the subtle flavors of vanilla. Pair this either with some compote or some fresh berries and have a decadent meal. A midnight snack is truly worthy with some hazelnut spread as well. Don't forget to share loads of love by hitting on the like button, and as always, don't forget to subscribe.